Hi, welcome to Math Time with Mrs. Depperschmidt. Now that we're comfortable with multiplication facts, we're going to multiply bigger and bigger numbers. It's important when we multiply by a two-digit number that we keep in mind our tens and hundreds as we go. And I'm pretty sure you're confident with this kind of multiplication. For example, 4 groups of 10, which we know are 40. 3 groups of 20 are 60. And 2 groups of 40, which make 80. We'll also need to be comfortable with multiplying by 100. For example, 4 groups of 100 are 400. 3 groups of 200 are 600. And 2 groups of 400 are 800. It's important to have that idea in your mind as we move into multiplication of two-digit numbers. You'll also find it interesting and easier if you consider patterns like this. Think of the basic math fact 6 groups of 7, which make 42. If you multiply 70 groups of 6, we have 420. It's just bigger by a factor of 10, is how we say that. Then 6 groups of 700 are 4,200. By the same token, when we do this with 8 groups of 3, the basic math fact, multiplication fact, is 8 times 3 equals 24. 80 groups of 3 are 240. And 800 groups of 3 is 24 hundredths, which we know as 2,400. It's important to be comfortable with switching through bigger and bigger numbers like that as we go. So we'll do another set. Here we have 9 groups of 1, make 9. 9 groups of 10 are 90. And 9 groups of 100 are 900. Not so simple are problems like this. 6 groups of 5 are 30. 60 groups of 5 are 300. 600 groups of 5 are 3,000. Each time it grows by a power of 10 as we move to the side on the place value chart. Remembering those will make it much simpler for you to calculate multiplication examples like this one. 96 groups of 47. And you've learned in class that we start with, when we multiply, first we start with the ones. It should be comfortable for you to do 96 groups of 7. We start with 7 groups of 6, which we know are 42. We need to regroup, so the 40 is grouped up here with the 10s, and the 2 is under the 1s. Next we do 7 groups of 9, which are 630, because it's 90, 7 groups of 90. Make 630, and there's 40 with that. That makes 670. So the first part of our multiplication is 7 groups of 96 makes 672. Next we'll do 40 groups of 96, and then we'll add the 2 together to get our final answer for the big result. We know that 4 groups of 6 are 24, but we have a 40 here with our 47. So 40 groups of 6 are 240. That's the first part of adding those on. When we're getting ready to regroup that, we'll practice with that when we get to school. Next we do 40 groups of 90. we can think of 4 times 9 as 36, but 40 groups of 90 is 3,600. And then when we add together, our final result is 4,512. I'm hoping you can study this and see how I've done my addition. We'll do another multiplication problem to explain a little bit further how to do the second part where we multiply the tens with our regrouping. Then our addition problem will be less complicated. Next, we'll work this multiplication problem, 39 groups of 85. And we'll start with the ones, like we've done at school. First, we do 5 groups of 39. And we'll do that with regrouping. I know that 5 groups of 9 are 45. So I've regrouped. My 40 is here, regrouped in the tens column. And now we'll do 5 groups of 30, which we know to be 150, with 40 more leaves 190. 5 groups of 39 is 195. Next, we need to multiply 80 groups of 39, because we have 85 as our multiplier. We'll first have to think of 80 multiplied by 9. And I know that that is 720, because I know that 9 groups of 8 are 72. But if it's in the tens columns, 80 groups of 9 is 720. And I've written it like this. The 700 is regrouped over here with the tens, and the 20 is here under the where we've multiplied with the 80 groups of 9. Now 80 groups of 30 is 2,400, and we have 700s with that. Together that would make, let's see, 80 groups of 30 is 2,400, and 7 more hundreds is 3,100. When these are added together, the result is 3,315. When we're multiplying 2-digit numbers, the answers are going to be high in the thousands because of our tens multiplied with tens. So don't worry if you get a big number for your answer. I would encourage you to create some 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication problems for yourself. Bring them to school so we can see your work. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you at school. Please be kind.